Hey Internet, Eric here. Welcome to Oddball October. What that is a list I have a live stream plan all through the months of October are going to be oddball movies, at least odd in my opinion. Whether it's the concept is a little odd, the characters or creatures in it are a little odd, maybe some freaks, or just the movie itself is really fucking weird. Maybe like a David Lynch movie thrown in there. Today's video will be on a movie that I had seen bits and pieces of, never from beginning to end. And I was inspired, honestly, thanks to Dustin over at the Yesterday's podcast. They were discussing for one of their episodes Weird Science, which starred Anthony Michael Hall. And Dustin talked about how he was a big Anthony Michael Hall fan. He actually had this movie on VHS. And I'm like, wow, I remember two things about that movie. I remember a bloated looking Anthony Michael Hall and a gnome getting strip searched and you see full gnome ass. Today I'm discussing a gnome named Gnorm, also known as a gnome named Gnorm, also known as Upworld. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I discuss plot spoilers, specific scenes, what have you. This came out in 1990, I believe. Basic plot of this is Anthony Michael Hall is a beat cop, and he is hired. He's one of those cops you're like, oh great, Anthony Michael Hall's here. He's gonna fuck something up, type of thing. Like he's not stupid like Dewey from Scream, but he's just one of those kind of screw ups. And he is involved in I guess you'd say, a bust gone wrong. A person is killed, and he is blamed for it. And the only person to clear his name is a gnome named Norm. Norm had stolen the jewel of his people, I guess you would say, and every 10 years that jewel has to be recharged in the sun so the village can prosper. He has dug himself uptown. He's about ready to charge, or he was going up there to charge the diamond, and he witnessed the murder. So the movie is basically a buddy cop movie with the dude from Weird Science teamed up with a Stan Winston puppet, and hilarity ensues. Um, Sounds really fucking stupid. It is really fucking stupid. I had a lot of fun with this one. Surprise, surprise. I was very happy when I saw it directed by Stan Winston. First off, acting. Anthony Michael Hall is kind of hit and miss, and around this period he was kind of hit and miss. Like it's post 16 Candles, it's post Weird Science, all those Brat Pack movies. I think he was just fired from Saturday Night Live for his drug use. This was 1990, so this was around Edward Scissorhands. When he plays the bully asshole. He was good in that because he was playing an asshole. He's okay in this. His comedy with his chemistry, I guess you'd say, with the gnome puppet is surprisingly really good. I think he doesn't get enough credit for his comedy, for his physical comedy, for his verbal comedy, and he's pretty good a lot of the times. Now when he's when he's with the humans, he's just kind of flat. So he's hit and miss. Depends on where he's with, or who he's with. Excuse me. Jerry Orbach is here, I believe, from Dirty Dancing and from is it CSI? He plays like the superior cop. He's there being the hard ass like he always is. There is a female partner slash love interest. She's there to be pretty. And then there's Norm. Norm is a fantastic Stan Winston creation. The way he moves with his mouth and his eyes and his head, amazing. It is sometimes a little person in a suit. I loved this character. Lots of fun. Yeah, so it's really fun to say that Anthony Michael Hall and a Stan Winston puppet worked very well together. So I really liked those two overall. The comedy with those two is a lot of fun. There's a lot of times when, sure, you see like Norm or Gnome named Norm is hanging off like a balcony, and Anthony Michael Hall has to save him, type of thing. And like they fall backwards, and you can tell it's just like literally like a fucking sock monkey or something like that when he pulls him back. I think that adds to the stupid charm of the movie. There's an ongoing bit where you've seen this in all 80s and 90s comedies. You got one freak here, just put him in people clothes, people won't notice. So there's running bits where to get information. They have to dress Norm up in people clothes. Like there's one where they're on the boardwalk, and he's just dressed like a surfer dude and staring at tits and stuff like that. He has like big, nice bazongas or something like that at the hot chicks. There's another one where he's dressed up like a little baby, and it's funny. And then when he gets the idea to go in and rescue Anthony Michael Hall, because Anthony Michael Hall is getting beat up by the dude from Maniac Cop, he dresses in like a raincoat and he walks in and he looks like fucking Paddington Bear on a meth binge. It's a lot of fun. Speaking of the guy from Maniac Cop, he's there. He gets like a meat hook up the ass and dies. So to all you horror fans, he's barely in the movie. He's just a heavy. Um, there's some really fun car chases that I did not expect from this movie. There's a lot of fun action. There's some shootouts. Um, and then you find out that Norm, he thought he was telling Anthony Michael Hall this whole bit about how he's a warrior and he was there to protect the stone. When in reality, he's really just like a tunneler. And tunnelers are basically the lowest on the totem pole. They just tunnel the tunnels. You know what I mean? He he stole this jewel to take it up high to charge it to impress a chick. You know, a female gnome. And so it's also got this story about how you need to be comfortable in your own skin, be proud of who you are and where you are in society type of thing. And it is this little bit of Anthony trying to teach Norm just how to accept himself. And it's really funny seeing that there is a message in this goofy fucking movie. You know what I mean? But yeah, I was very surprised in the car chases, the action sequences. There are people getting shot. Again, like I said, the guy from Maniac Cop, he gets a meat hook up his ass. Um, there's not much to this movie at all, so this isn't gonna be a super long video. But a gnome named Norm, what is it like that? There we go. Like a gnome named Gnorm. Okay, well let's talk about the strip scene uh, sequence. There's a gnome named Gnorm because I did mention that Anthony Michael Hall does still look bloated, but eventually Norm is he's arrested, and they're trying to. There's this fun sequence where they're trying to fingerprint him, and he's so small, he screws that up. They try to take his blood, and because his skin is like bark, you know what I mean? So they can't get the needle through it. His reflexes don't work, so they want to make sure he's not carrying anything. So there is this weird sequence where they strip search him, and you see him, and his ass is to the camera as a woman walks in and just freaks out and walks away, type of thing. So there is some goofy humor, you know what I mean? But if you like dumb movies, if you like fun movies, if you're drunk and like, hey, what's on Tubi? I highly recommend A Gnome Named Norm. Anthony Michael Hall and the puppet are actually really good together. Stan Winston is Stan Winston for a reason, or he was, you know, Aliens, Predator, The Terminator, Pumpkinhead. You know, he knew his stuff, that he helped with the Monster Squad. Like his crew made the creatures from the Monster Squad. The man was a talent. The puppetry and the animatronics on the face look amazing. It's pretty seamless when it's a person in or a little person in the suit. It's actually funny when it's Anthony Michael Hall dragging around like a sock monkey. I love the bits with the changing of the outfits. It's just a fun, stupid movie that would kill 90 minutes. It's less than 90 minutes. That would kill time on like a Sunday afternoon. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Comment below. Have you seen a gnome named Gnorm or Upworld or whatever fucking name it's called? What are your thoughts? Did you love it? Did you hate it? You got no, you got no desire to see it after this video? Going forward, Oddball October continues. I'm planning on doing Rat Boy, Basket Case sequels, and a few others. Coming up this coming Saturday will be my interview with a wrestler, Insane Lane. Following week will be interview with AVN Hall of Famer Jewel Denial, and then more Oddball movies sprinkled in here and there. So all I'm going to say is a gnome named Norm is currently on Tubi. I got to get ready for fucking work. Speaking of oddballs, cheers.